What's up, guys, and welcome back. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I believe it's under the channel possibly, but I have an absolute banger today. I wanted to do something a little bit more fun, and we're going to be talking about I had a lot of questions about my profit taking strategy that has helped me to be able to pass multiple funded challenges. And I know a lot of the key concepts that have helped me to improve. Interestingly enough, it seems like the stuff that stuck with me was when things were explained to me in more abstract ways, and it just helps you to conceptualize a lot of these kind of higher level concepts that can really improve your trading. One thing to keep in mind as well, if you are here for an edge, for me to explain some edge that will, be what you use in your trading, that is not this video. This is for someone that is either break even, small losses, or, profitable, but they want to improve. As far as someone that, is just gambling or has not really defined their edge, I do have a video, my week trade along video, which might be of use to you there, but this is kind of a video to improve profitability and give you a very effective strategy if you're trying to pass prop challenges. So if you're here for that, I'd say stick around. I'd say either way, stick around because it's going to be a fun time. But so I want to relate how I'm trading to basically playing football. So the setup, this is going to be the QB that makes that pass. So whatever setup, whatever edge that you're using, that you're executing in the market, that's the first thing that you're selecting before you decide how much profit you're taking. You're going to be implementing your edge. So this is where we're going to go over, and there's two types of edges. So let's start with, we're going to call him Johnny Football. So we got Johnny Football here, and this guy, I mean, you can see he's wimpy. He's not really gonna be able to. I like to consider this guy. This is a B, and it's all caps. Okay, B and below. This is a B and below setup. So basically, and if you have not determined the grades for your trades as well, that's something, I can make another video on that, but most all successful traders are going to use some type of grading system for their trades. Like you would need to be able to distinguish, what's an A, what's an ideal setup, what's something that you can still take but maybe with less risk, or you might take if you have more of a profit cushion. So you have to distinguish that, and that's where I think this will be a good example so you can see. So we have Johnny Football here, B and below setup. These are the setups that you might have, one or two confluences, maybe there's a few things going for you, but hey, there might be news in 15 minutes or something like that, to where, okay, there's no way that's going to be an A setup. I mean, are you guys trading into, are you trying to set up trades to be in news 15 minutes before it hits? I mean, if you are, then you might be dealing with some B setups in your plan. So not saying that news trading can't happen, but if you're just planning things 15 minutes before it happens, that's not really going to set you up for success. So that's where you get into the Johnny Football right here. So when I'm looking for trades, these setups are not in the equation. So these would be crossed out. We're not doing the Johnny Football thing. So that's, like I said, the B and below setups. That's not, and we're going to compare it in a second. So the ones that I'm going to be going for are we got Mahomes here, just won the Super Bowl. I'm going to go with the Mahomes right here. This is when we're talking about setup wise, that's going to be your B plus and above. So all setups B plus and above. I'm talking at least, 3 confluences. You've seen it many times before. You know what time it is. There's no news in the way. You've got clean range. All these things line up. This is going to bring you to the B plus and above setups. And at this point, this is where you can start implementing the progressive profit taking. So we're not doing the B and below for this. It has to be a B plus and above for me to even consider taking these trades. So what does this mean? 1-to-1 progressive profit taking. So what that means is that this strategy, when you start out and as you build a cushion, that's when you're going for, basically you're trying to get to the first down. You're not trying to lob, full 5% bombs on one trade, just to pass. You're not throwing Hail Marys on first down when the game just starts, right? So you're going to basically, kind of as we described, you're going to be taking these small downs to progressively get yourself to the touchdown, to the profit target, or whatever percent goal that you have for the month. But there's not really any point. And let's say this is the start of a game. I don't know how long quarters are, but let's say you got 10 minutes in the first quarter. Why are you trying to throw Hail Marys, bro? You got all that time left. Same with when you're starting challenges. I mean, I get it. Sometimes, let's say you've already kind of built yourself some profits from challenges and prop firms. At that point, okay, you're just going to Hail Mary the first trade or whatever, risk 4% on one trade and try to 1-to-2 it or something. But if you're trying to be in this game long term and trying to have a strategy that's consistent regardless of what you're trading, futures, forex, stocks, whatever, if you're going for 1-to-1s, these are consistent. And then as you build up, let's say you're up 3%, then you progressively increase how much you're trying to make per trade. So you might let them go longer, but as you're starting out, there's no reason for you to throw these bombs. And that's the thing. This is another distinguishing factor between these low quality trades and trades that you can use this strategy with, is that, okay, Jonny, listen, let me tell you about Jonny football right here. Jonny football, he's already at a disadvantage. He already doesn't even have the capability of throwing this far. This is your B setups. I mean, you might have a fluke where somehow the wind hits the ball right, or he gets, there's a blitz and somehow the ball bounces off his head and goes this far. But these setups don't even allow you this opportunity to scale your system like this because they're just not good. These are just ones that you need to start looking for. Like, you need to be aware of which ones are your low probability, less likely to happen, and which ones are the ones that keep paying you out. Because the thing is, I know that this quarterback is capable of throwing this far. So if I'm taking a little piece here, if I'm taking a little piece right here, I'm leaving some of my position to see how far, he can throw again, or just see how far we can continue here. As opposed to with this, I mean, what can this get you? So that's the first step in this system. And progressive profit taking is just, you need to be aware that you need to be taking, even when you're letting the trades run, you're still taking these profits at key points. Because the main thing is, when you're starting these challenges, you want your win rate to be higher so that you're not going into heavy drawdown. All of my challenges, the max drawdown I've seen is less than 2%. And that's because for those first few trades, I'm trying to get the base hits, like they say, like you're going for the base hits. And the main reason for that is that you can have the best, the quarterback that wins the Super Bowl on your side, or the setup that would be the holy grail of setups, and you take it. But the thing is, this is one thing that you can't predict. And this is why the market has, you know, people are making money on both sides of the trade. People are losing money on both sides of the trade because you've got defenders, bro. So these are either key points, you know, supports, resistances in the market that are stopping you from going for higher RR. So you might have a homeboy here, you know, homeboy scouting out over here. You might even have a dude rushing you right here. So once you start dealing with that, the further that you're throwing, the more obstacles that you're going to run into, the more defenders are going to be, you know, trying to stop you from getting that high RR. And that's why football gives you, this is, so some people use challenges as a way to just, you know, try to one shot and just kind of use it more as a gambling. But I think the same reason that this is how successful traders can work at this is that the same reason that football gives you 4 downs, you get 4 chances to make it to the touchdown. You can trade as much as you want. You have as many downs as you need to get the touchdown. So why won't you just make some short throws to get an advantage, a higher probability, you know, chances. Boom. So we're right here. Okay, next down. These guys back off. How far can we get it? You know, we're right here. Boom, we throw it right here. We get those 1-to-1s to start out, but then once you have the lead, that's when it changes a bit, because you can decide, okay, so instead of, let me move Johnny football here. So once you have that advantage, let's say I'm up 3%, that's when you can start, you know, testing just how good the star quarterback is, just how good your system is. This only B+ and above trades, that's when you test it out. Once you have a cushion, but I'm not trying to throw bombs when I don't have anything to stop me from going in the negatives. So once you build the cushion, now I'm throwing for, you know, 50 yards. I'm, you know, bopping. I might even, fuck it, I'll throw it to Johnny football. I might even throw it to Johnny football. I'm gonna throw Johnny football a 50-yard pass because I'm already up a bit, and you know, as it gets to 1-to-1, I'm setting the break even anyway, so there's not even a way I can lose yards, basically, you know. So that's gonna be pretty much the breakdown. I think that kind of explains why this 1-to-1 progressive profit taking is the way to go. Let me know if you guys like this different take, more artistic breakdown of how you can do risk management with your trades. So that is going to be it for me. Definitely subscribe if you have not already subscribed to the channel. Definitely want to get some comments, get some more ideas for new videos, and I've got some more videos on the way as well. So appreciate you stopping by, and hey, have a good one. Have a good one.